Boom. We're now
Well,
recording.
we started our conversation. We have like funny little get to know you or get back to know you session. What are you up to? So
Uh,
what is it? The
well,
preamble before the amble?
yeah, the bulk of my effort has been in getting this Linux box connected and running, and I've got out of off camera. I've got a mass of messy cables and stuff, but look,
So let's.
I have a clean desk. That
I,
happens once every 20 years.
that I do not have. So here's what we got. I guess the update of last week or what you wanted to do. You were currently last week at 66,451 words. You wanted to
Mhm.
try for two scenes and 1,000 words, which is usually your. I think that's usually your. No, you actually added a scene this week. No, first week you wanted five scenes, and then you thought that was way too much. So you ended up paring that down. So you got two scenes, 1,000 words. I'm currently at 28,934 words. I want to add obviously words. I want to. I was looking into newsletters and website. That was the goal for last week. So, who wants to start on there? How they did?
Well, I'll do it.
Okay,
Um, I am up 1,439 words.
one
Um,
thousand four hundred
439.
and 39 this week.
Yeah, well, since we talked last. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Um,
big for you.
that
That's
is,
that's almost
that's,
double. That's almost double your last
yes,
4 weeks.
exactly.
Wow, good for you.
Yes. Yeah, well, now I don't have the show and all the other stuff that was in the way. Um, so that's really one scene
That's
that
one scene.
that I wound up splitting. So I don't have the other scene done yet, but I thought I had one scene. Turns out I have two, and I'm all the way through the first one, and two-thirds of the way, no, a third of the way through the second.
Wow, impressed.
And look, my bookmarks came in.
Just there was an album by some group. I can't remember who it was, but it was just in the name of the album was "Just in Time to Be Late."
Exactly.
So there you go. Just in time to be late. Your bookmarks have come in,
Yes.
and so what do you do with them now?
Uh, well, I'm giving a talk to our writers group on Saturday,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'll bring a pile down. And I have the extrovert show T-shirt that I showed you the last time. So the presentation I'm on is like working a show and selling your books and all that kind of crap.
Got it.
So I
And
will be.
you actually have a book, right? You do have a book, or you're working on this is like number
Uh,
two, or
no, I have a published. I have a short story in an
oh,
anthology. Right?
got it. Okay.
This one. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So that's it. And short story was one thing, but novel writing is a larger undertaking. I needed
Yeah,
to
it's a
learn a
completely
lot.
different. It's a different beast altogether. All
Exactly.
right. Well then, geez, you know what? If anything, I am really proud of you this week.
Well, thank you.
Whatever that means to you. But I mean, like your previous week was 914, and the 2 weeks before that was 762.
Yep.
I was starting to wonder if you'd ever crack 1,000. So
Well, I'm trying to make up for last time. That's 2,100 over the past two sessions. So that's
so
my
so
average 1,000 per.
do you do that over like one sitting, or is that like the 2 weeks you like
No,
you
that's
sit there and think about what
multiple.
you're doing, or what,
Yeah,
and then
there's a lot of uh, look at the synopsis and then start to write and then get stuck, and then it's right now like I have something that's a little bit more like a police procedural right now. I've got a detective showing up at a crime scene, and there's just a lot of thinking going on and not many words because I have to figure out exactly how it's all going to lay out, and then I'll start writing it. And usually I go back and do another pass at it or two just to clean up the words or look at something and go, "Oh, that doesn't make any sense," and take that out, and change it.
You're editing as you go, is what you're saying.
Um, Not substantially, right?
But you're
I'm
going back and looking at what you wrote.
absolutely, yeah. I'm looking at it and going, "I don't like that word."
Okay, so you are editing it. See, because I get a I take a pass at it, meaning I will write it on one day, and then the next day because I told you I really hate typing. I'll read it into my Letterly program, and this week I got kind of angry at it, although I'm in their beta testing thing because I complained a couple times about what they were doing, and they were like, "How would you like the beta test for us?" And I'm like, "Sure, what the hell, you know." Um, and basically, this week I read the whole thing, and it shows up as the whole thing, and then I can do what they say, because it'll basically write every word I say. So I'll say period, comma,
uh,
open quotes, close quote, blah blah. And okay, so it'll actually write all that, and then I can hit this button called slightly, which means it'll rewrite it, but just cleaning up, not cleaning much up, but it puts a period in where the period goes. It puts
right,
the commas in, the question marks, like it puts in, it does the quotes, it gives the lines, it breaks it down that way. If I've stuttered over a word 3 times, it'll just put one word in instead of the three. You can
cool,
do other things like magic or totally rewrite. I don't want that.
right,
I want it to basically give me what I've written, but in a clean form. So I do that, and that's where I do a little bit of editing because I get to read it in,
right.
um, and I can change a little bit there. But um, so like this week, I only sat down 3 times, but wrote 2,635 words,
Nice.
which is actually my worst week since we started this little um, thing, or my worst 2 weeks, I guess.
Okay, this is
Uh,
supposed to be increasing your productivity, not
I know, and I was for some reason I just went way downhill. I just couldn't get to the table this week.
yeah.
Past weeks, I average about 3 to 4. This week I don't know. I just couldn't get to the table. I just didn't want to get out of bed, and then I hate to say it, when the light starts streaming in through the window, I'm like, the magic is gone.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean, we had the time zone change as well, so
yeah,
that's probably screwing you up a bit.
yeah. Well,
I
if
mean,
I can get to the table by 7,
yeah,
I'm like, okay, I can do this.
hmm,
But I don't know why. It's like a glitch in my head. If it gets to be 7:30, I'm too late. Like the
really,
magic is no longer in the pen. It's no longer, now it's time to move on. But I'll write till 9, right?
right.
So
Huh,
uh,
interesting.
it's just really funny. I don't
Yeah.
know what causes me to stop. Something in my head goes, nah, you're not going to do it. You're not going to get it today. So
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't force it, right?
no.
If
Well, I
you
woke
try
up.
to,
I woke up this morning at 6:30. I set the alarm. The alarm went off. I told Alexa to shut the hell up. And then next thing you know, it was 7:15. I was like, oh well, so much I missed that one. So
yeah, I'm thinking about it a lot when I'm doing other things, but when I actually get a chance to sit down and write on it, it varies because there's so many other things going on. In October was a mess, right? We had birthdays and anniversaries and the show and all
yeah.
that kind of stuff. So that's partially where the 762 came from on our meeting on the 20th.
Well, as I said, I'm impressed that you got to 14, almost 1,500 words this week. So that's great. And
We'll see if I can keep it going.
as far as my other things words, I got the words in. The story you were talking about newsletters last week,
Yeah.
and I think I'm going to switch over from. I'm going to do the wine. I'm going to test it with a newsletter that's already like a population that's already there.
Right.
like, am I going to move my wine newsletter over to this kit thing and see how it works? And then if that is, then I can do a secondary newsletter using the different email address.
Right.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
through the writers thing. But I thought I would, give a kick at the can at
That makes sense.
the wine one,
Yeah,
see how
you'll
it
get
works out.
comparative open rates and all sorts of other things like that, and I'll tell you about your
Yeah.
deliverability. Yeah.
Yeah. So that should be, and you said that, like I sent you that text, and it basically the only thing that concerned me was it said it shares stuff. But what does it share? Other newsletters, or what does it share?
Oh, for Story Origin?
No, not Story Origin, for Kit.
I don't recall
Here,
anything in Kit.
hold on, because I'm on the Kit newsletter. Oh, there it is, plan. Yeah, so if you look at their plans, and you're on the free plan, so that's why I was like, huh, okay.
Yeah.
You never mentioned anything like this. How can we help? No, I'm now in there. How can we help? Shit. Sorry. Announcing Kit newsletter plan. There we are. Start your demo. Blah blah blah. Where did I see plans? No. God damn it. You know when you find something, you're so excited about things, and then you're like, oh, pricing. There it is. So it says, yeah, because there's a comparison chart here. See all features. There we are. Free recommendations required on the free plan, but not for Creator or Creator Pro. List growth reporting, delivery opt-in, but it's a free recommendation. So does it send you emails recommending
So far,
stuff to you?
I haven't seen anything, but
Okay.
We'll see what they. Yeah.
I also didn't know if, suddenly on your newsletter it says, hey, by the way, here's another wine newsletter or another author's newsletter.
It might stick something in a footer saying, if you enjoyed this guy, then maybe read this guy. I can see doing
good.
that.
But you haven't seen anything like that.
No, I haven't sent much out. October being a wash, so.
All right. Well, then I'll probably get to that this week and let you know how that goes. And then I'm still struggling to figure out the website idea, but I got to get that going. I really do. I think it's a plan for December.
Yeah. No website, no email capture, no newsletter.
Correct. So, although it says it's pretty easy to get into this, it had customizable domain. Oh, it's got customizable domain. Blah blah blah. Deliver opt-in incentives. Anyway, it said it had ways to put it onto your website or whatever. Just like
yeah, you can drop in stuff like there's a plugin that they have with WordPress, and you can drop it in, and it does things.
All right, so it's fairly easy then. All right.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, anything else to report this week? Did you crack the nut on anything? You said you have a police procedural, but
yeah, well, it's a little surprising. I guess it had happened, so I have to kind of. It's not so much a full procedural. It's just I have this detective showing up on the crime scene, so I need to be able to describe it competently, and it's raining, and so there's all sorts of evidence corruption, which is kind of critical. And I just need to get it somewhat realistic on the first pass, so it makes some sense.
I always feel that I don't need to get it fully realistic. Like I've left a blank. Like I've got my guy. He's died of a drug combination. Like I don't know. Maybe at one point I said he was diabetic, and then I like looked it up and I said, "What's a bad drug to take with diabetic medication?" And it said this would be bad, and I used it as like something to shove in there until I can get back in on it in a full edit. and then go, okay, I'll figure out how they really killed him.
Right.
But um, I just know I want him. This sounds terrible. I just know I want him to die. I don't want him to die. Like I need him to die. Is that better? I'm not sure whether that's whether that's the better way of putting it. I need the man to die. So
I go down rabbit holes. So I have my protagonist getting kidnapped at some point, and the whole chloroform over the face thing is just wrong. It's a good way to kill somebody, but not a good way to achieve a kidnapping. So that sends me off into a whole rabbit hole of what would work and
yeah.
how long would they be out for and what's the right dosage and all that. So 3 days later I write in the word.
Oh yeah. You see, I'll even use the wrong word, but no, I have a word there that I want. So
Yeah.
that's the difference between the planner and the pantser, right? The planner needs everything to be in order. I just need the story.
Yeah.
I can fix it as I go or
I
later.
probably spent an hour coming up with a character name for a minor character.
Oh, I get into uh, weird moments where I just have names with the same opening letter,
Mm,
and that drives people crazy. At one point, I had
yes.
somebody reading and they go, "I can't take that you have three characters that are all their names all start with M," and
Yep.
I'm like, "Oh, I'll change that later." But yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. You got to watch out for that.
yeah,
And I'm also doing things like, I've got a park and it's named after a female inventor from the turn of the century. Right? So I'm dropping in these little things that somebody might notice and somebody might not.
you know. Well, I'm writing the story with people in Italy, so I'm using also a foreign language.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm looking for foreign names, and then like you're talking to somebody Italian, and like I was just at the Italian wine tasting yesterday, and you meet somebody from Italy called Barbara, and you're like, what? No, I can use Barbara. I
Yeah,
thought I needed
exactly.
all kinds of other names like that. So
Yeah, I've got a wide range of ethnic characters. So, one guy's Turkish and the other most of the bad guys are Greek. Uh, you know,
well, those guys you
so
can just give initials to. That's BJ over there. So nobody can pronounce his name anyway, so we call him BJ. So
yeah, there's one guy, another character refers to him as Theo Bunch of Letters.
yeah, well, that's a good one. I like that one. That one's good. So what are you at word wise? Got a
Current count 6,700, no,
no 67
67,890.
890.
Yep.
That's interesting. We're both. I'm at 32,560. So we're both at an even zero. That's fun.
Yeah.
We've never had the same last number before. That's hilarious. Okay, what's the goal for the next 2 weeks or
Well, I'm going to stick with a killer word, um, but I've also hooked up with some of the Nebula folks, like the Science Fiction Writers Association down in the States, and I'm now aiming for first draft at the end of the year. So,
so by December 31st?
yeah,
Oh boy.
yeah, I got to get this
First
sucker
draft
going.
December 31st. Okay, I've written it
Yeah.
down. It's on paper now. That
Oh, it's
means it's
on the
real.
website. It's on their website. I'm
Oh
committed.
shit! All right. I joined the Crime Writers Association of Canada
Hmm.
about a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. So I wanted to get a book in on their unpublished authors thing.
Right.
I didn't make I didn't make the short list on that. Although my current version of that same book made, I think tomorrow I have the Page Turners Awards where I submitted the first three chapters, and it made one of their 112 finalists in well, I think it's over 5 categories or something. So it's, figure out how many finalists they actually had.
Nice.
But I don't know. For all I know, everybody gets to be a finalist.
There was one, I'm on the on Facebook on this CBC writers group, and you see these people come in going, I just won this award, and I go off and do research on it. It's like, okay, they award this monthly in 67 categories, and oddly enough, the ratio of submissions to winners is 1 in 10 on all of them. It's like, this smells like a scam. I've got a long blog post on it. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't have got the $75 or whatever it was you paid American to get into it. You're just pissed into the wind.
I keep getting these really strange emails from people. Some people have the name of the book right. Some people have no name of the book at all. Some people think I'm Dr. Michael Pincus, which there is a Dr. Michael Pincus who wrote a book or two. He is Canadian, so they think I'm him. So I don't know where all these people are coming out of the woodwork from.
AI, they're all bots.
It's crazy. Oh, we want you to come and read your book to us and blah blah blah, and you're like, what the fuck?
That's the book club scam. And suddenly it's like, oh, we have some administrative costs. It's like $70 to do this, and then if you get hooked on that, then it's $500 to do this, and it's $1,000 to do that, until you either figure it out or I don't know.
I just delete that. So I'm like, I don't have anything to sell you, nor do I want to stand in your library that probably doesn't exist and do that. So. Yeah, I guess I'm going to try and beat last week, like my last thing, because I looked it up and it's 2,635 words. I at least look for a 3K on a 2-week basis at least.
All right.
And I think I want to deal with that newsletter thing. Granted, that's a wine thing, but I do want to get that at least up.
Yeah, well, it's a learning thing, right?
Yeah, to learn about it, so that gets there, and then I think the website's gotta materialize as well. So if I keep writing it down, maybe it'll show up. So, do you have any scenes you want to put in here, or you're just going for the first draft now?
Yeah,
that's the bigger
right
goal.
now. It's heads down, trying to get this thing home by the end of the year.
Do you have a word count final that you're looking for here?
The goal I've got here is 80K, but
okay.
I don't know if that's. I think I'll exceed it, if anything.
Yeah, you're at 67 right now. I think my goal is just in my Dabble program is 80K. Because I knew at some point I knew I was going to fly by fit, because they're always like, oh, write a 50,000 word book, and I'm like, last time I tried to write that for NaNoWriMo, I went flying by it and then did 60 in their month, and then continued for another month. So I don't understand how a novel writing month is only a month at 50,000, right?
Yeah.
So because I think these days 50,000 is a pamphlet.
There's novella.
Yeah, it's quiet territory. So
if I look at my average, like the number of completed scenes and the word count, and then look at the number of new scenes that are waiting in the wings, I'm going to be mid-90s, 100,000.
I think you'll do it. The 67, you're there, and you've got. I don't want to scare you, but you got 2 months. So
yeah. Well, what's scary then is second draft, because I know there's a lot of nuance that I want to stick in there.
I should talk to you about second draft next time, but I'm just like, do you write a full new draft, or do you just edit what you've got?
I will probably print it out on paper
Yeah,
and
I do that.
walk through and mark it up.
Yep.
And, you know, if there's something big, then I'll have to do. But I'll probably just say, notes. Most of what I want to do the next time is make sure in second draft is make sure that I've got all the timeline right, because
Yeah.
things jump forward and backward, and you just make sure that all the mood and the pacing and all those things are where I want them to be.
Right. So you and I are in the same boat there. Like I've heard people say I had to write the book 3 times over, and I'm like, do you mean like rewrite the book? And like when I was in the novelry, somebody said, well, just start again and rewrite the book, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Where is this one?
What do you mean rewrite the book? I'm not rewriting the book. The book is done. I can go in and edit like a lot of shit, and I'm happy to add shit into it. But I'm not rewriting the book.
I think it depends maybe on whether or not you're aiming for a genre work or if you're going for, literature, right? Like there's this guy, Canadian guy, Passion for Narrative
Yeah.
by Jack Hodgins. He's like, write your first draft, put it on the shelf for a year, write it again without looking at the first one, then compare the two and pull out the stuff that's the best. It's like, no.
That's yeah. Yeah, that's no.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's lots of stuff in there that is things that I will do, like to make sure that I've got the right cadence in a sentence, stuff like that. I'll pay some attention to, but that's second draft. Right
Yeah,
now,
no.
it's just whether or not it flows. Like when I go back and look at something I've just written, it'll be that word sucks. This is a better word, right? Because
Yeah.
I was just
Or
doing a word
does
film.
everything flow? Does the dialogue flow? Does everybody sound right?
Right.
So
Yeah, that's the second round. Yeah.
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 I've run the book through Pro Writing Aid, which has it has 2 modes on it. One of them is beta reader mode, or I can't remember what it is. It's like an editor mode, and it tells you. I should actually let you see it. It's pretty interesting because I ran it through that. I didn't write it through beta reader, but it says who your comparatives are, that what your writing style is writing like, where you're hitting the mark, where you're not hitting the mark, where you probably need to fix something. Which it's really neat. And the best part is the book I was modeling the book after was Robert B. Parker, and I'd never told Pro Writing Aid that before in my entire life. And I
Uh-huh.
ran it through this thing, and it said, your comparatives are Robert B. Parker, and I went, fucking, well, at least I nailed that part. So,
Nice.
that made me feel at least good about that, so that I was
Yeah,
nailing
exactly.
that kind of tone. So,
Yeah, it's like the guy in my critique group who said that my stuff reminded him of William Gibson, and it's like, oh, can I kiss you?
yeah,
'Cause,
that's what I'm going for.
yeah.
So, all right, well, we got our goals for this week,
Yep.
and we have a date for the next one, so it'll be the 11th, 18th, I guess the 17th, isn't it? Yeah.
Something like that.
17th. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I'm all confused now. I got two computers, so I don't know where my mouse is.
Yeah, I get an appointment at 10 that morning, but it's here anyway. So yeah, we'll have to I'll have a hard out at 9:55 or whatever, but well, yeah, we're fine there.
All right. That
So,
sounds good.
all right, that's it for this
Cool.
week.
All right, man.
Congratulations. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Done.
Take care.